सादिया ईमान पाकिस्तान रेवोल्यूशन सिस्टम की तरफ से आने वाले मुअज़्ज़ज़ मेहमानों को दिल की अथाह गहराइयों से खुशामदीद कहती हूँ। इससे पहले यकीनन बहुत सी टीचर ट्रेनिंग आपने ली होंगी और उनमें से कुछ ना कुछ आपने सुना भी होगा, लेकिन हो सकता है कोई ना कोई ऐसा पॉइंट जरूर हो जिसे अभी तक आपने कुछ सीखा ना हो। मैं पूरे यकीन से कह सकती हूँ कि यहाँ हमने आज ऐसे मायानाज ट्रेनर्स को बुलवाया है कि जिनसे आप कुछ ना कुछ जरूर सीखेंगे। अभी मैं एक ऐसे मोटिवेशनल स्पीकर को बुलवाना चाहूंगी जो कि फैसलाबाद से स्पेशली तशरीफ लाए हैं, सर खालिद महमूद साहब। यकीनन ये आपको कुछ ऐसे पॉइंट्स बताएंगे कि जो आपकी टीचिंग लाइफ में आगे आपके लिए बड़े हेल्पफुल रहेंगे। आपकी भरपूर तालियों में प्रोफेसर खालिद महमूद साहब।
And I'm thankful to Ms. Sadia who has invited me So let me introduce myself, that who am I. I joined teaching career in 2000 in Angels International College, Faisalabad, and then gradually I was promoted, and I reached seat of assistant academic director. From there in March 2017, I resigned. I shifted over here because I had things in my mind about what I'm going to do. So here I have opened my own school, and now I'm running that school instead of school. Before going any further, please, a very misconception in our society is that if a young lady is teaching in a school, in a college, or if a person is teaching in a school, this is the misconception. We are nation builders. We should never underestimate ourselves. We are the people who are going to shape human beings' future. You should be proud of your abilities. All of you are very respectable, even I must say the most respectable people of the society. Because when you step in your school, in your class, you are always welcomed as, good morning ma'am, good morning sir. I'm quite sure, I'm damn sure that if you pay 10 people that yes, take this money and please call me sir or madam, they will never say it. If someone pays me that please call me sir, I will never say it. Or if I pay someone, he will never say me. This is a sign of respect. And we are very respectable people, and we are very, very respectful people. We know how to respect others, and we know how to be a respectable person. So please, it's my humble request. In every training, I used to say this, that please never underestimate yourself. This is a very misconception. Ustad nahi hai. Ustad hai. Acha chalo master hai. So we are shaping humans' future. We are nation builders. Be proud of yourself. Be confident that you are doing a job which is very rewarding, not only monetarily. Most of the people, teacher hai, so kitne tankhah hogi? Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. We earn a lot and we learn a lot. You may have seen the people in your society, in your surroundings, who are masters in physics, masters in chemistry, masters in science, masters in languages, masters in so many subjects. But after 2, 3, 4, 5 years, when their kids go to them, what's this? This is we are always touched in studies, and we are proud of it. All of us on daily basis are keeping in touch with studies. So this was an introductory speech, you may call our introductory words. Let's move to the topic because we are already late. I'm very sorry that we could not start it within time which was given to you. Definitely time is very valuable for all of you, and especially for females, because when they come out of the house, they give time that at this time I will come back. I'm very sorry. On behalf of my team, I'm very sorry that we are starting it late, but there were some problems there. That's why, and we are waiting for some guests as well. G. What's the objective of this session? In my session, I'm going to teach you effective teaching and going to tell you that what are effective teachers, who are effective teachers, what they're going to do, how to become an effective teacher. So by the end of this session, I'm damn sure, by the grace of God, that all of you would be able to define that who is an effective teacher and what is effective teaching. And second point is that you will be able to reflect on your own teachings, that whether I was an effective teacher or not. I don't want to say, and I will never say to any teacher that you are not a good teacher. All of you are good teachers, that's why you are here. Because you know what is your profession. You want something. So by the end of this session, this 30-40 minutes session which time is given to me, you will be able to define effective teachers and what's effective teaching. And secondly, you will be able to reflect on your own teaching, that what I was doing and how I should improve my teaching skills. So here I am going to show you a video. And then please watch it carefully, because with a shortage of time, I am going to show it only once. Watch it carefully. After this, I am going to ask some questions. It's a very short clip. This is only a 5 minutes, please. Please focus on the description which is being displayed on the screen. observed, rather I should use the word observe than watch. All of you observe this video. Yeah. What did you observe in this video? There's a wonderful message in this short clip of 5 minutes and 15 seconds. And by God, when I watched this video for the first time, I was shown, not I watched, I was shown this video for the first time. I paid 17,500 just to watch this video in a training session. And that was 50% concession because 50% was institute paying and 50% I was paying. I don't know why people are not investing money here in training sessions, why the school owners are not investing money. Actually, they should invest. I don't know that how many of you are running institutes, how many of you are owning institutes, or how many of you are just teaching. So, what did you watch in this video? What was the message in this video?
That we should not fear from the change. We should not fear from the change.
Exactly. Wonderful. What's your good name?
Jami Sikam.
You are teaching in?
I'm studying in first year.
You are studying in first year. Wonderful. And I must salute to your teachers.
My teacher says
Yes, I must salute you. Because you have developed a critical thinking. Most of the time, change is very, very important. Because we have seen in Eagle's life that feathers are getting thickened and talons are getting, you can say, bent. He is unable to survive for next 30 years if he doesn't change his way of life. And change is always painful. What sort of change it is, even if we have to change a house, that's very painful. Ladies, most of the gathering is ladies, and ladies know that how to manage homes, how to manage houses. If you have to shift even a room, if you're shifting your kids from one room to the next room, if you're shifting their whole things with them, whole gadgets with them, it's very painful. So change is always painful, but we should not fear, we should not be afraid of it, because change is rewarding. And change is very, very important for survival. If we teachers do not change our professional skills with the time, then it means that we are professionally going to die. It's a professional death, as Eagle was going to meet it as ultimately, and after 40 years, if he had not changed his way of thinking, if he had not changed his lifestyle. It's very painful when a bird picks off its feathers. It's very painful when it plucks its talons. But he did it because he wanted to survive. If we as teachers want to survive in this profession, want to survive means try to be #1 teacher of your institute. It doesn't mean कि चलें Miss Iram नहीं है, Miss Shaila है, चलें ठीक है उनकी जगह ये भी चलते हैं. No. Please try to be choice #1 of your institute. If you had to switch over from your institute, the owner or the principal must come to request you, man, please do not leave this. And I have seen these teachers. I must quote an example of Mrs. Ghazi. She was my ex-colleague in Angels International College, a very old lady. Because the institute established in 1973 and she was there since 1977, I think. And I was born in 1977. She was there at that school in 1977. In 2007 or 8, she decided to get retirement. She was a very old lady. And she used to teach only preschoolers. हमारे यहाँ क्या कॉन्सेप्ट है? प्रीस्कूल चले कोई भी चल जाएगा, खालिद आ जाएगा, साजिद आ जाएगा, माजिद आ जाएगा, साजिद आ जाएगा, चल जाएगा. But when she decided to get retirement, my boss, the owner, went to her home and requested her, "Ma'am, please do not leave us. And she said that I can't continue job anymore because now I'm getting too much old. And he requested, by God he was requesting in this sense, please do not leave us. And at that time she was charging 80,000 per month. And the owner requested her and gave her 100,000 per month, and she was not willing. But at that time, the mother of my boss, Mrs. Nazreen Abbas, who was pioneer of, founder of that institute, she requested her that please come. And her job was only to sit in the class, not to teach. And she was given 100,000 by God per month. Why? And apparently, most of the time, if someone is not looking very smart, लेकिन कुदरत ने बनाया ना, God has shaped us. Someone has narrow lips, someone has narrow teeth, someone has broad teeth. God has shaped us. And apparently, Allah Ta'ala, she was not a good looking lady. It's not backbiting. Her upper teeth were just peeping out of her face. They were touching the lower lips. Apparently, look-wise, she was not attractive. But she was a wonderful teacher. Wonderful teacher. And for that teaching excellence, she was being paid 100,000. And the owners were requesting that, please, ma'am, if you are not able to teach, please come and sit in the class. That's it. Because they were sure that if she would leave, the school would be empty. And in her class, 120 kids were there. Because every parent was saying, ma'am, please, you are getting admission just because of Mrs. Kazi. Our child must be in Mrs. Kazi's class. And you know how she manages it? The preschoolers, she had some assistant teachers, no doubt, because with the passage of time she was older, and a man cannot manage possibly 120 kids, because in colleges it's very easy to manage 100 class, 50 class, 60 number of students, but preschoolers, because every child needs individual attention. She had some assistant teachers, but she was, as head of her class size was, you can say, double to this hall. And there was a table. Whenever I used to go in her class to observe the lessons, I should not use the word observe, because I always stepped in her class to learn something. I was observing the whole classes. The college had 3 campuses. I used to go over there. I used to observe lessons, different lessons. But you can say, ethically, I say that it was an obligation for me to step in her class, because I was fond of her. I was fond of her style, that how she used to treat kids. So please try to be number one choice. We're talking about that change. We have to change our teaching styles, because we are teaching the kids who have, when we were kids, not all of you, when I was, because ladies are very conscious about their ages. So when I was a student, we did not have any multiple gadgets type things. They were not present at that time. We didn't have mobile phones, we didn't have laptops, we didn't have net, we didn't have cartoon channels. It's very difficult to track these kids because they have multiple diversions. You are doing your jobs excellently, because if the child is going in class 2, going in class 3, he knows each and everything. So we have to change our teaching style. If we say that I am the 30, if I am going to teach this, blah, 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 just like Mr. James, he is a wonderful teacher. Again, if I believe that only I can teach these things and you don't know, it's unfair. You should always think that there might be sitting students like her who think critically. So we should always be ready for change. We should always welcome change. If we want to survive, we have to change our thinking style. We have to change our teaching style that must be suitable to your learners. Once again, clap for her teacher. primary purpose of effective teaching is to facilitate student learning. What does the word facilitate mean? How to facilitate learning? Teacher's job is not only to teach. Please, now I am stepping in the class. So first of all, I must think that you must be very expressive. Your body language should be motivational for learners. When you step in the class, the kids say, "Good morning, ma'am." Okay, good morning. As human beings, we all have tensions, we all have worries, but when we are stepping in professional life, we should leave all things behind. How smiling faces are welcoming us. We must always greet them. So the teacher's job is to facilitate learning, not only to say, open page number this, now Farhan read this, Azam read this, Shafiq read this, Khalid read this. No, no, no. Ultimately the objective is that. But teacher's job is something beyond that. Are you getting my points? If you have any question, please raise your hand. It's not one man show. Okay, I'm coming something and I'm delivering this, and you say, समझ आ रहा है, नहीं आ रहा है, I agree कर रहे हैं, नहीं कर रहे हैं. You say, I don't know. I never believe in it. I'm here to learn something from you. No man is perfect, other than prophets. We are not prophets. We are very simple. So, the teacher's job is to facilitate learning. The child should feel that, yes, my teacher will facilitate me. If I go and share a problem with her or him, he or she would solve my problem. The teacher's job is to be a facilitator rather than only a teacher. Learning may be defined as a change in behavior. What's learning? Learning is not only being, for example, all of you might have many students in your class. Someone is good in physics, someone is good in mathematics, someone is good in language. Learning doesn't mean कि अगर किसी बंदे को math नहीं आता तो he is not a good learner. No. You might have seen number of people who have never stepped in a school, but they are wonderful people. ऐसा होता है real life में. So behavioral change is always a learning. Attitudes and capabilities. That's effective teaching, that how we have to polish those skills. Our job is not only to make them cram books. So now, who are effective teachers? Effective teachers strive to motivate and engage all their students in learning rather than simply accepting that some students cannot perform or he or she is only bound to perform poorly. Our job is not only to tag the learners, that you are good, you are bad, you are good, you are bad. When a child steps in the school, yes, I must say yesterday, right now, I'm running the school and my teachers were sitting over there, some of them are present over there. They were talking about that perhaps वो class हो गई किसी, हमारे यहाँ normally क्या होता है, किसी की बेइज्जती हो ना, हम तो माँ बाप घर में बच्चे कह रहे हैं तो वो कहते हैं अच्छा आज इसकी क्लास की होता है भाई क्लास का कंसेप्ट ही हमने बेइज्जती करना रख दिया है. How wrong it is. Class is a learning place. It's not a disrespectful place. It's not a place where people are called and they're tagged. Aram, you cannot perform. Duffer. We tag kids. And if you tag a child since the beginning that you cannot perform, you cannot perform, you cannot perform, he will never perform. Teacher's job is very accountable, not only here in this world, but in the world hereafter. My teacher, Professor Ryasa, he used to say when we were first year studying in Municipal Degree College, on the very first day he said that please, for God's sake, पंजाबी में उन्होंने कहा कि अगर कोई आप लोग कहीं जिंदगी में बुरा काम करें तो मेरा नाम नहीं आना चाहिए. So I stood up. I asked, yes, sir, what happened? He said that he narrated an event that we were traveling in a bus and the conductor came to us, and when I offered him the money, he said, they both were teachers, and the teacher who was sitting beside me, he said that, sir, आपके रेफरेंस से तो हम इस मकाम पे पहुंचे, आपसे किराया क्या लेना? He was the politician. सर, आपने तो हमें इस मकाम पे पहुंचाया है, आपसे किराया क्या लेना? एक कंडक्टर कह रहा है. So this is a slap on our professional space. Look, conductor, they are also human beings. But with the reference of teacher कि हमारी इतनी effort हो तो वो कंडक्टर ही बेचारा बन जाए, that's very painful. लोग कंडक्टर बनते हैं, वो भी हमारे भाई हैं, गाड़ी चलाते हैं. हर बंदे ने अपनी जिंदगी कमा ली, हर बंदा टीचर तो नहीं ना कि हमने जो मतलब टीचर नहीं है उसकी कोई इज्जत नहीं है, ये वो तो पढ़ा लिखा ही नहीं है, वो तो जाहिल है. नो, वो इंसान ही नहीं है. नहीं, यार, so human beings, हमारे भाई हैं, हमारे जानने वाले कई दोस्त अहबाब होंगे. तो लेकिन वो जो टीचिंग का रेफरेंस दिया गया कि सर आपने तो हमें इस मकाम पे पहुंचाया, आपसे कैसे किराया लेंगे? तो दैट्स वेरी पेनफुल. हमें इस रेफरेंस से नहीं जाना चाहिए. वी शुड बी नोन विद गुड रेफरेंसेस. Always try your level best. That if I am putting some effort to shape this child's future, so that must be beautiful. अगली शेप्स बनाने में टाइम नहीं लगता. टीचर्स हु आर इंटरेस्टेड इन ड्राइंग तो मैं भी बना सकता हूँ, ऐसे ऐसे करके आप गंदा बंदा बना दो. लेकिन ब्यूटीफुल शेप बनाने में टेक्स टाइम. इट नीड्स एफर्ट. सो प्लीज always try to be known with good references, not with bad references. Try to be an effective teacher. Effective teachers believe every student is capable of achieving success at school, and they do all they can to find ways of making each student successful. Teachers' job is to make each and every one student successful. इस तरह से नहीं, for example, if Khalid is not performing well and teacher Naima is coming and she is raising whatever I have written and she is writing very good, and at the end of the day, parents are given that your child is scoring 17 out of 20, or he or she is scoring 19 out of 20, or perhaps 20 out of 20. But actually the child remains at 0. Never focus to please parents with, if you are a teacher and if you want to survive as a teacher, please never focus, never care about parents or anyone else that perhaps he or she would get angry if I give him this remark. Always be fair. Always be fair. Because your fairness today might be painful for the person, but by the end of the day, when he or she will realize that perhaps she was right, he would respect you. I have seen so many teachers who are just in order to please kids, they give this very good, excellent, blah 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 blah, very good, excellent, खत्म हो जाता है, लेकिन कॉपी लो मतलब जारी होती है. No, always be very fair. And please believe that every child is capable to do something. हर बच्चा हर सब्जेक्ट में नालायक नहीं हो सकता. Real cases. Exceptional cases, and exceptions never make rules. तो जरूरी नहीं है कि हर बच्चे जो 100% हो ही नहीं सकता. मैंने जब स्कूल बनाया यहाँ पे, I must say, because I'm there, you see, I always try to be there. मेरे पास जितने बच्चे भी आए, जिस स्कूल से भी आए, believe me by God, 85% was the bottom line. 85% से नीचे किसी का रिजल्ट नहीं. मैं जब टेस्ट लेता हूँ बच्चा 30% होता है. लेकिन अगर मेरा बच्चा कहीं जाएगा वो 30%, I will give him 30% सर्टिफिकेट. क्यों होता है? हम एडमिशन के चक्कर में होते हैं, वो बच्चा इसको मार्क्स कम दे दी तो नाराज हो जाएगा. भाई होता है, हो जाए. वो कल जब अभी उससे नाराजगी खुशी का पता ही नहीं है, जब नाराज होने के काबिल हो जाएगा वो कहेगा मैं आपके रेफरेंस से कंडक्टर बनाऊं. ऐसा हो सकता है. It happens. Then characteristics of effective teachers. वो तो हो गया, effective teaching भी हो गई, effective teaching. How to become an effective teacher? What are the characteristics that an effective teacher has? The very first thing, which in the beginning I said that he or she must be confident. He or she should have high expectations, first of all of herself, himself, and then to the learner. High expectations mean that yes, I am going to teach, I am going to change his life. एक बच्चे एंजल्स ग्रामर में 30% ले रहा है, एक स्कूल और ए स्कूल में चला जाता है, वहाँ पे भी 30% है, बी स्कूल में चला जाता है 40% है, 30% है, अब स्कूल में चेंज क्या है? मुझे एज अ टीचर आई मस्ट फील प्राउड कि यार यस आई हैव चेंज्ड हिज लाइफ, आई हैव चेंज्ड हिज थिंकिंग स्टाइल, आई हैव चेंज्ड हिज लाइफ. So first of all, set high targets, set high expectations from your learners. Yes, Bilal, you can do it. And you will. If you say, मुश्किल है आपसे नहीं होना, वो बेहतर वैसी पेंसिल आप लेके वो यतीमाना सब बना के बैठ जाएगा. कि टीचर ने कह दिया आपसे नहीं होना, कुछ हो नहीं सकता. If you have ever seen animals, oh, क्या animal bird channel जो National Geographic. So most of time they are showing videos about that lion is hunting deer. होता है कभी देखा होगा, ये तो पता नहीं शेर हिरन को मार लेते हैं. अब हिरन की स्पीड तो शेर से ज़्यादा होती है, क्यों मार देती है? स्टैमिना तो उसका शेर से ज़्यादा होता है. Yes, she doesn't have confidence. She doesn't have confidence. उसकी 1/5 स्पीड है as compared to lion. If lion runs at 60 km per hour, the deer can run 90 km per hour. If lion can run for 5 minutes, deer can run for 10 minutes. She has double stamina. But she has in her mind that she doesn't have high expectations of herself. Due to lack of confidence, she gets right. Please keep high expectations of yourself first and then to your others. Is it clear till now? How an effective lesson starts? बात आ जाए तो जनरल. How an effective now step in the class. I am taking you step by step. Now you are holding your planner, you are stepping in your class. How the effective lesson starts? First of all, be expressive. Which I said earlier, that be expressive means that warmly greet your learners. They are waiting for you. You should be the teacher that your learners might be waiting for you. If you did not come to school, you do not come to school, the learner says, आज मजा नहीं है, आज मैं तरीन नहीं है, मैं करम नहीं है, मैं फलान नहीं है, सर खालिद नहीं है, सर जवेद नहीं है. You must be number one choice of your learners. Be expressive. Second thing is clarity. Clarity means objectives. What you are going to teach them today. Objectives are always short term, smart objectives. All of you might have done some planner things. Doing some lesson plans? Yes, now I want to do that by 1, 2, 3 are students. Have you made lesson plans as teachers? Are you habitual to make lesson plans? Lesson plan बनाते हैं आप? उसमें objectives लिखते हैं. Lesson plan क्या बनाते हैं? जो lesson plan बनाते हैं, let me be expressed in Urdu. Lesson plan एक खाका बनाते हैं, उसमें क्या करते हैं? उसका वेरी फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन क्या होता है? टॉपिक लिख लिया, उसके बाद क्या लिखते हैं? जी, एनीवन? यस.
सर ऑब्जेक्ट्स में कोई जो आपको यूनिट में पढ़ाना होता है उसी का उसके बाद फिर वीकली उसको डिवाइड करना.
नहीं, आज का लेसन आप एक दिन का 40 मिनट का लेसन बनाते हैं. आप उसमें वेरी फर्स्ट चीज वो लिखिए, टॉपिक अनुमान वगैरह, पीरियड नंबर फलाना. एक लेसन का ऑब्जेक्टिव पोर्शन होता है लेसन प्लानिंग का, उसमें वो लिखते हैं कुछ आउटकम्स. Objectives mean let me be a मिशन साहब वर्कशॉप नहीं करेंगे 40 मिनट काफी नहीं.
सर प्लीज कंटिन्यू, नो प्रॉब्लम.
40 मिनट काफी नहीं. ये लेसन प्लानिंग पे अगेन आपने प्लीज आई मस्ट हम्बली रिक्वेस्ट यू Okay, organize a workshop. Typically on lesson planning, what is lesson planning? Without plan, you can never succeed. Objectives होते हैं कि मैंने आज ही 40 मिनट पढ़ाना है. What I'm going to deliver in these 40 minutes? What my learners are going to do? What my learners will be able to do after these 40 minutes? 40 मिनट एक बच्चा आपके पास कैद रहा है जिसकी अपने क्लास ली है, वो जो मैंने पहले क्लास की बात की, क्लास ली है बेइज्जती वाली, वो बेचारा 40 मिनट के बाद क्या करने के काबिल होगा? क्लैरिटी तो होनी चाहिए ना भाई. आपका डे टू डे सेशन है. इट्स नॉट कि भाई आज लेसन बन गया हो, वो साल के एंड पे किसी को पास किसी को फेल टैग लगा दिया. नहीं. Objectives mean कि what you are going to teach within those 40 minutes, what your learners will be able to do after those 40 minutes. For example, if I am going to teach them a comprehension passage, what my learners will be able to do? They would be able to answer direct questions, indirect questions, implicit questions, explicit questions. What sort of questions I am going to ask? They would be able to make sentences of some words. They would be able to translate whatsoever. मतलब they should be clarity. जब आप clear नहीं होंगे तो then learners will always be confused. देखिए अगर ड्राइवर खुद ही क्लियर नहीं है, तो मैंने मोटरवे पे इस तरफ जाना है, उस तरफ जाना है, जो गाड़ी इस तरफ जानी है, उस तरफ जानी है, सवारी तो बेचारी वैसे ही परेशान होगी, तो पता नहीं कितने मार देगा. Just please be clear in your objectives. Then effective teachers are always well prepared. Never think that ABC पढ़ानी है क्या बात है. मैं शायद मैंने BA किया हुआ, मैं अब थोड़ी ABC पढ़ानी है, अब मैं ABC की तैयारी करूँ. No. Throughout my teaching career, I taught for 17 years. Most of the time it happens. आप लोग पहले भी ट्रेनिंग सेशन में जाते रहते हो, होती रहती है. जो लोग जाते रहते हैं मोस्टली व्हेन आई यूज्ड टू सिट ऑन दोस सीट्स एज ट्रेनिंग, मैं बट लोग आ जाते हैं स्टार्ट, ये लोग हमें आज तक अपने क्यों से ये फलां होता है को देखो शरारत नहीं करता है, बंदों को रख के ना 2 चपेड़े मारे. इन्हें क्या पता अरब को कभी पढ़ाएं या खालिद को कभी पढ़ाएं या साजिद को कभी पढ़ाएं, इन्हें पता चले. ये तहरीन को तो उल्लू की बटी काम ही नहीं करके आती. हम ये मतलब सेंटेंस सोच रहे हो. बट आई एम अ प्रैक्टिकल टीचर. आई हैव टॉट फॉर 17 इयर्स. मैंने 17 साल पढ़ाया है. And by God, Alhamdulillah, my students had taught Pakistan, और वो भी English language में. One day I got 2 awards. One of my students, Mr. Madla, he taught Pakistan, and in the same day, Saad was another student. He taught Pakistan in English language in all levels. यहाँ पे जो आप मैट्रिक में इंग्लिश हम पढ़ाते हैं, ये तो इंग्लिश को बच्चा ही नहीं है. इंग्लिश तो वहाँ पे होती है जहाँ पे बंदे को समुद्र में छोड़ दिया था कि जा बेटा ढूंढ के ले आ. On same day I was sitting in वो जो प्रेस क्लब का लोग हाल है इस्लामाबाद में, वहाँ पे competition was going to be held. The child was there on the stage to receive the award, and I received another award from Saad and I brought Pakistan. तो बात ये हो रही थी कि हमें वेल प्रिपेयर्ड होना है. वेल प्रिपेयर्ड होने का सेंस में फॉर एग्जांपल इफ आई गोइंग टू टीच देम ABC, सो यू शुड थिंक दैट हाउ आई एम गोइंग टू टीच देम. इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट. मैं कहता हूं की क्लास पढ़ानी आसान है और ये जो आप प्री स्कूलर इनको पढ़ाना मुश्किल है. कैसे मुश्किल है? वो बच्चे को डिफरेंस ही नहीं पता होता. मेरा घर की तरह मेरा स्कूल की तरह. वो स्कूल आके तो वही हेल्प में करेगा आपको नानी अम्मा की तरह. मैंने नहीं पढ़ना, बच्चा मेरा मूड नहीं है, मैं नहीं करता. You have to treat him or her just like a mother, just like a granny. You have to treat, and you treat. That's why I always respect those teachers, most respect them who are teaching these preschoolers. It's very difficult job. So be well prepared that how you are going to teach them, how you are going to make them understand that what is A and what are they stand for. ये किसके लिए होता है, इसकी साउंड क्या है, ये होता क्या है, 2 टांगे बनाती हैं, इसको A से क्या बनता है, हम ये क्यों पढ़ रहे हैं. पढ़ने के लिए तैयारी तो करनी पड़ेगी, बगैर तैयारी के तो नहीं. ये जो अभी मैं आपको यहाँ पे ट्रेनिंग दे रहा हूँ, इसके मल्टीपल ट्रेनिंग शायद मैं पहले दे चुका हूँ, लेकिन यहाँ आने से पहले आई हैव टू सी इट, आई हैव टू प्रिपेयर माई सेल्फ। प्रिपेयर द सेंस ये नहीं मैं कोई चीज़ करने लग गया, प्रिपेयर द सेंस मैं आपको ये देखने लगा मैंने आपको क्या पढ़ाना है, क्या बताना है। सो प्लीज नेवर स्टेप इन योर क्लास विदाउट योर प्रिपरेशन। It means if we are stepping in the class, if we are habitual to step in the class without preparation, it means that we are spoiling kids. वो हमें रेफरेंस हो जाएगा, आप किसी रेडी वाले से फ्रूट लेने बोलते हैं तो मैम आपकी वजह से हम इस मकाम पे पहुंचे हैं, आपसे क्या कर सकते हैं? ऐसे हो सकता है, तो ऐसी बातों से डरें। Then well equipped. Well equipped means that whatsoever the accessories you need for your lesson, that should be ready with you. If you need a PowerPoint presentation, that should be ready. If you need a video clip, that should always be downloaded in advance with you. Alhamdulillah, हमारे स्कूल में some of teachers are you can interview them. हमारे स्कूल में each and every teacher has a laptop. Each and every class has a multimedia screen, and they used to show videos. And I'm very thankful to all those ladies that on Saturday they invest time and they get ready for it. For the next 4 weeks, I have never taken any tension. Saturday को अपना download करके सारा डेट they get ready. We discuss it for half an hour and then उनको भी टेंशन नहीं हुई जो हमारे यहाँ टीच कर रही हैं स्कूल में, उनको भी टेंशन नहीं हुई। और जरूरी नहीं कि मल्टीमीडिया हो, लैपटॉप हो। हम यहाँ पे पढ़ते हैं, कहाँ पे मल्टीमीडिया था, कहाँ पे लैपटॉप था भाई? कोई जरूरी नहीं कि मल्टीमीडिया वाला बंदा ये अच्छा टीचर होगा और लैपटॉप वाला बंदा अच्छा टीचर होगा। You can draw your board. If you have to draw, please practice it. Whether I can draw an apple or not. अब मुझसे एप्पल नहीं बनेगा, मैं प्रैक्टिस करूँगा। If I am going to teach you that how to draw an apple, बेटा इसमें ये कलर है, first I have to draw it. अगर मैं कुछ शेप दिखाना चाहता हूँ, फॉर एग्जाम्पल क्यूब, क्यूबॉइड, रेक्टेंगल, स्क्वायर वगैरह जो शेप्स होती हैं मैथमेटिक्स में, if I am going to show them, so if I draw those shapes and cut them and then I show them that yes, this is a rectangle, this is a triangle, this is a square, so I must be ready. It's not necessary कि मैं जरूरी I'm not going to undermine anyone कि वही आपके पास कंप्यूटर नहीं है तो आप अच्छे टीचर नहीं हो, जो हमारे टीचर हैं उनके पास कंप्यूटर It's an necessary, अगर है तो ठीक है, नहीं है तो उसको अल्टरनेटिव। Teacher's job is to make them understand that what she or he is going to teach. Teacher का job ये है, उसने क्या पढ़ाना है, कैसे पढ़ाना है, वो कैसे वाली बात है ना, वो well prepared में आएगी। You have to think about your views. Then, from known to unknown, please start your lessons from known to unknown. What does it mean from known to unknown? हम जाते साथ पहले ऐसा औखा सा सवाल पूछते हैं कि सारी क्लास ठोस, ऐसे होता है ना पुलिस। मैं भी कभी किसी जमाने में ऐसे करता। मैं आपको अपना फर्स्ट टीचिंग एक्सपीरियंस बताऊं। When I was delivering an observation lesson, model lesson for appointment in that institute. अब मुझे टॉपिक दिया गया था डैफोडिल्स। मैंने था मास्टर डिग्री किया था, रिजल्ट भी नहीं आया था और मैं चला गया वहाँ पे डैफोडिल्स को पढ़ाने के लिए। Then at that time it was a matrix school. बाद में शिफ्ट हो गया वो लेवल्स में है, उसमें हमारी कंट्रीब्यूशन अलग होता है, हम सुधारे। अब आई स्कूल से रिलेटेड है तो दे आर गेटिंग लॉट ऑफ मनी, दे आर गेटिंग गुड रिव्यू, लेकिन उसमें हमारी भी है, उसमें से हमने अर्न भी बहुत किया, लर्न भी बहुत किया। अगर हमारा कुछ है तो हमें दिया भी बहुत कुछ है। तो मैं जब फर्स्ट लेसन देने के लिए गया डैफोडिल्स, देयर वाज अ सेक्शन, वहाँ पे उन्होंने उस टाइम पे सेक्शंस के नेम रखे थे रेड, ब्लू, ग्रीन, और एक ग्रीन सेक्शन था और मैं उसे एवरग्रीन ही कहता था, मतलब बाद में फिर उसे एवरग्रीन था। उसमें जितने बच्चे थे वो सारे के सारे मतलब शहजादी होती हैं क्लासेस। मुझे उन्होंने उस क्लास में घुसेड़ दिया कि जाएंगे, मुझे क्या पता मेरी फर्स्ट क्लास। मैं गया डैफोडिल्स के 2 पीरियड मुझे दिए गए थे 40 and 80 मिनट्स। अब मैं जो कि ताज़ा वो यूनिवर्सिटी का खत जहन में सवाल और डैफोडिल्स वर्ड करती थी, आप में से कोई इंग्लिश की टीचर बैठी जिन्होंने मास्टर इंग्लिश किया और इंग्लिश टीच कर रहे हैं। भारत वो मतलब वर्डवर्थ की अपनी फिलॉसफी है, पोएट्री है, यस यू आर यस। तो वर्डवर्थ हैज हिज ओन टिपिकल थ्योरी ऑफ फिलॉसफी ऑफ थिंकिंग। तो मुझे वो ताज़ा मतलब किया था, वो गुरूर भी बड़ा था कि मैं इंग्लिश का क्या ये है। मैं जब क्लास में गया मैंने वर्ड्सवर्थ को वो पढ़ानी थी डैफोडिल्स, मैं वर्ड्सवर्थ की फिलॉसफी पे, उसकी थिंकिंग पे लेक्चर, वो बड़े हाई फाई क्वेश्चन करता गया और मैं अपने तौर पे बड़ा कॉन्फिडेंट कि मैंने कमाल कर दिया है। ये रियल एग्जाम्पल है, मैं आपको मतलब लोग अगर ना अपनी बैड एग्जाम्पल शेयर नहीं करते, मैं कहता हूँ करनी चाहिए, हम उससे सीखते हैं। ऐसे पीछे 3-4 ऑब्जर्वर बैठे थे, तो मैं वहाँ पे वर्ड्सवर्थ की थी बॉम्बास्टिक और ये वो वर्ड्सवर्थ वो thinking in tranquility, what is the flow of powerful emotions reflected in tranquility, वो perhaps you are understanding। तो वो मैं बड़े औखे लफ्ज़ चुन के ठाठा मारी जा रहा था। वो 50-1 मिनट गुजर गए, जो बेल के मुझे था तो उसके 10-15 मिनट अभी और 10-15 मिनट गुजर गए। मैंने वो वर्ड्सवर्थ की पोएम की जब लास्ट स्टैंडर में पढ़ा, मैंने देन आई रेज़्ड क्वेश्चन, यस यू टेल मी, नाम तो आते नहीं थे, प्लीज स्टैंड अप, आप बताएं, प्लीज स्टैंड अप, आप बताएं। So I was asking question and each one was ऐसे एक बच्चा तीन करो जी सर, मैं परेशान हो गया, मेरे गाँव के नीचे जमीन में तो ले गया, मैंने जरूर कर दिया। मैंने कहा आपको मैंने पढ़ाया क्या है? वो कहते हैं भैया आप बताएं आपने हमें क्या पढ़ाया है। मैंने पूछा कि मैंने आपको क्या पढ़ाया, तो बच्चे उसके कहते हैं सर आप बताएं आपने हमें क्या पढ़ाया। मैं वो जो थे बॉस उनकी तरफ देखा, the person who was observing the lesson, he was smiling। मैं और ज्यादा कंफ्यूज हो गया कि यार वो बंदा भी स्माइल कर रहा है, मतलब ये बच्चे कह रहे हैं आप बताएं आपने हमें पढ़ाया क्या। मैं 50 मिनट आएंगे मतलब औखी की लफ्ज़ अंग्रेजी टेलीफोन मुंह करके बनाता हूँ और 50 मिनट बाद सोचने मिल रहा है कि आपने पढ़ाया क्या, वो बंदा भी स्माइल कर रहा है जिससे मुझे हायर करना है। He said that Mr. Khalid, please come to office. I started in the office. We had tea, and then he said that, gentlemen, I'm sorry to say that this section is below-average section. So we will observe you in another lesson, but please, you have to be below-average. I was confused. What do you want to say? He said that, please, you are coming out of university. You are thinking at university level, but the kids who are standing they are not stepping in even a college। यानी कॉलेज का नहीं पता, आपने यूनिवर्सिटी की वो बड़े लफ्ज़ ढूंढ करके बता रहे हैं तो मैट्रिक के स्टूडेंट है, वो डेफिनेटली उसकी एक लेवल है ना। अब मैं उसके लेवल से ऊपर वाले क्वेश्चन करूँगा तो फिर तो वो बच्चा खुशी होगा, वो बच्चा ये कहना आप ही बताएं आपने क्या पढ़ाया, आपने क्या पढ़ाया। तो देन आई वॉज अपॉइंटेड, आई वॉज ऑब्जर्व्ड इन अनदर लेसन एंड देन but it took almost 6 months to come on the level of learners। उस साल तक वो साल तो हो गया, उस साल के बच्चे तो शायद मुझे यही कहते होंगे कि आपकी वजह से हम इस मकाम तक पहुँचे, लेकिन उसके बाद आई ट्राइड माय लेवल की कोई ऐसा चांस नहीं। तो फ्रॉम नोट टू अननोन प्लीज पुट क्वेश्चंस to boost up the confidence of learners about the matters which they know, जो वो जानते हैं उसके बारे में पूछें। अब एक बच्चा टीचर की जजमेंट है, बच्चा जिस बैकग्राउंड से आ रहा है उसके रेलेवेंट क्वेश्चन पूछें, बच्चे का जो लेवल है उसके रेलेवेंट क्वेश्चन पूछें। इफ यू आर थ्रोइंग क्वेश्चंस above their level, they would be sleeping। Acknowledging individual differences, the teacher's job is to acknowledge individual differences। individual differences क्या है? For example, if you are a teacher, you have kids at home, their thinking would be quite different from the ready wala person, from a shopkeeper। If a farmer's son is studying in your school and a doctor's son is studying in your school, you should understand that this child can answer। अब डॉक्टर के बच्चे से पूछे ना स्टेथोस्कोप क्या होता है, वो फट सकता है, मैं मेरे बाबा के पास है, मेरी मामा के पास है, उसने देखी है भाई। एक बेचारा किसान का बच्चा है, उससे पूछेंगे ये क्या होती है, तुम्हें ये नहीं पता, चलो जाओ ना लायक नहीं कि तुम्हें आती नहीं। यू शुड नो बैकग्राउंड ऑफ लर्नर्स, देन यूज वैरायटी ऑफ टेक्निक्स, अंडरस्टैंड बैकग्राउंड एंड एबिलिटीज ऑफ इंडिविजुअल्स। Unfortunately, this workshop should have been programmed, but sir, please organize the session. It should be a full day session from lesson planning. I will give time. This is my promise. This is my commitment that I will give time if you people want to know that what is teaching how to teach in a better way. All of you are teaching, you are good teachers, but good से अगली डिग्री क्या होती है? better, better से अगली क्या होती है? best होती है. Organization and clarity. Your instructions should be very much clear. Most of the time, we design a worksheet, very beautiful worksheet, but we do not say what to do. ऊपर ये नहीं होता करना क्या है. If you are going to identify objects, in leaving the order, whether they should color it or they should cross it, they should tick it, they should circle it. Clarity in instructions. Instructions must be very very clear. Make difficult topics easy to understand. Teachers का हमने मुश्किल में पढ़ाना है भाई. हमने आसान में पढ़ाना है. ये नहीं है कि सर मतलब वो each and everything good day में जब एग्जाम में जाए तो उधर क्वेश्चन वो आया हो जो हमने कभी टच ही नहीं किए. हमने ने मुश्किल वाले भी पढ़ाने हैं, but please make them easier. Make them easier. Use example, detail and variety in modes of explanation. Teacher's job is to be ऐसा नहीं है कि रोजाना आया बड़ा इसका मतलब ये है, इसका मतलब ये, इसका मतलब ये, इसका मतलब ये. Most of them teachers are teaching blackboard. बच्चे पीछे बैठे हुए हैं, टीचर ब्लैक बोर्ड को पढ़ा रहा होता है this और 40 मिनट्स होते हैं. 40 मिनट्स बाद अच्छा नाउ इट्स टाइम ओवर. ओके नोट कर लिया तो नहीं आया तो समझ तुम्हें पूछते ना भाई. आप उसकी तरफ देखेंगे तो पूछेगा. आप उस बेचारे को देख ही नहीं रहे, आप उसको इतना इग्नोर कर रहे हैं, इतना डिसलाइक कर रहे हैं, उसकी तरफ देखते नहीं है. Dynamism and enthusiasm. The teacher must be an energetic person. He must be a dynamic person. Seems to enjoy teaching. Please never step in the school. If you don't want to teach, leave this profession. If you don't enjoy your teaching, leave this profession. Don't spoil kids. Because you are spoiling someone's future. You are playing with someone's future. So always enjoy your job. It's very rewarding job. Job बहुत rewarding है, but please try to be number one. आप number one बने ना. फिर आगे रिवार्ड ना मिले, आपकी डिमांड ना हो तो फिर बात है. आप नंबर वन बन के देखें. अगर आपको डिफरेंट स्कूल से कॉल ना आई तो लोग आप मुझे सरे बाजार झूठा कह सकते हैं. जो सजा देना चाहे वो दे सकते हैं, लेकिन प्लीज ट्राई टू बी नंबर वन. टीचर एज अ कोच, he should motivate the learner. आप मुझे बार-बार इशारे हो रहे हैं, please leave the stage. अच्छा, accept criticism. Always welcome the criticism. We must be always welcoming the criticism. अगर मुझे आप कह दें, for example, after now, did you get something or not? यहाँ तक जो हमने किया है, यहाँ तक कितना सेशन हो चुका है, इसमें did you learn something or not? Is it understandable to you or not? Is there any confusion whatsoever I have taught? I tried my level best to be very realistic because we are dealing with realistic human beings, real human beings. ना हम रोबोट्स के साथ नहीं डील कर रहे हैं. बच्चे रोबोट हैं, रोबोट नहीं. वो मतलब आप आएंगे, आप कहेंगे ये लिखो, वो ये लिखेगा, बी लिखेंगे. हो सकता है आप ए लिखें, वो बीच में जाके वो तस्वीर बना रहा हो. तो रियल लाइफ एग्जांपल्स जो यहाँ तक. लेकिन अगर आपको कुछ समझ नहीं तो प्लीज रेज योर हैंड कि सर आपने फलां पॉइंट किया, दैट्स नॉट एप्लीकेबल. अगर बात एप्लीकेबल नहीं है तो प्लीज रेज योर हैंड. कोई ऐसा पॉइंट है आपके जी? इज देयर एनी सिंगल पॉइंट विच इज नॉट एप्लीकेबल, जिसको आप यूं समझिए कि क्लास में अप्लाई नहीं कर सकते? जो मैंने ऐसी बातें की हैं जो मतलब फास्ट होता है ना, रिपोर्ट आइडिया कि अच्छा क्लास में यूं कर दें, यूं कर दें, यूं कर दें, बंदा कहता नहीं हो सकता. जी, डू यू वांट टू आस्क? कोई ऐसी बात मैंने जो अनरियलिस्टिक की हो, कोई ऐसी बात जो आपको समझ ना आई हो. I have to end my presentation over here because I think next to be so up till now, if you right now, I have tried my level best to be precise, but when a teacher comes on the stage and he wants to teach, things are never going to end. I'm very amazed to say कि आपने जो लेसन प्लानिंग का स्ट्रक्चर बताया है, that's not fair with your school people. कभी आप ऑर्गेनाइज करें लेसन प्लानिंग के प्रॉपर वर्कशॉप हो, टुवर्ड्स लेसन प्लानिंग एंड हाउ टू डू इट. यू आर मोस्ट वेलकम. जी, अब तक कोई क्वेश्चन है तो प्लीज I have to stop it in the beginning, in the middle. Please, is there any question? No question. Did you enjoy this? Did you learn something? Sorry that this session is not completed. I had so many things to share, so many things to say, so many things to ask. But if God is within,